Hello students, and welcome to another tech tutorial with Jarvis Chen. In today's tutorial, I'll be covering how to create a line chart, a bar chart, and a pie chart using Microsoft Office's ribbon system in Excel. Let's get started. You can tell that you have the new ribbon system in place if you have these color-coded contextual ribbons in your Microsoft Excel program. Microsoft Office suites have had these ribbons for quite some time now, probably since about 2004 or 2006, depending on which operating system you're using. So it's very likely that if you have a recent version of Microsoft Office, you should have these ribbons as well. I've created data for 3 different types of graphs. The average US movie ticket prices since 1948, my favorite animals according to views on YouTube in 2012, and a pie chart showing the percentage of time spent preparing videos for class. The first chart I'm going to show you how to create is a line chart, which is used for longitudinal or data over time. You can do this in 2 ways. I'll show you both of them today. In the ribbon, you're going to click on the chart wizard and you will click on line. You can choose between a standard line graph or a marked line graph. The primary difference is that the marked line graph shows your data using points, whereas a line just goes through all the points without little dots. We'll click a marked line graph. Right now, this chart has no data in it right now because we haven't added any to it. You need to tell Microsoft Excel what it's going to be working with. So we will just right-click and say Select Data. We need to create a new series of data. Each series is basically a relationship or the information that you'll be putting into your chart. In this example, the series is year and price. So we're going to click Add Series right here on the left side. We'll get rid of this value for Y and just highlight it, everything on the Y axis, and that would be price in dollars for movie tickets. And just highlight it from top to bottom. You'll notice that I do not highlight the label or the title of the chart. There you go, and I will do the same for the x-axis, highlighting from year 1948 to 2012, and then click OK. And voila, here we have a chart. And it is showing us the increase in movie ticket prices from 1948 to 2012. And we can see that obviously it has increased over time. You'll notice that we are lacking a little bit of information here, including the title and the axis labels of this chart. We can do that very easily. Whenever you click on a graph, chart layout will pop out from the chart wizard. Like I said, the ribbon system is contextual. So when I click away from it, it goes away. But when I click on a chart again, it comes back. In chart layout, we can add a title. And I'll just add it above the chart itself. Average US movie ticket prices. You can also add axis titles. Here's the horizontal axis, that's year. And then the vertical axis. And you can choose to have it be rotated, be vertically oriented, looking like a totem pole, or have it be horizontally oriented. I like the vertical. So here's the vertical axis. Dollars. Ticket prices in dollars. And if you need to change the font or the size of your font in any of these text sections, you could do so by highlighting it and going back to Home on the top left corner of the ribbon. Here you'll have the typical Microsoft Excel and Word things that you can control, such as the font and the font size, and if you want it italicized, underlined, etc., etc. We'll make this like size 20 just to see what it looks like. And there you go. You can also go into chart layout and add other things such as major grid lines, minor grid lines, and even a trend line. As you would like. Another way to create a line graph using Microsoft Excel is to use the scatter plot function. So for this, all you gotta do is highlight your data. Again, only the raw numerical data. You don't need the year and the price or any of that kind of label stuff yet. You can choose a marked scatter or a smooth marked scatter or a straight line scatter. This is just the way that the graph will look. The marked scatter just plots everything as a point without any lines going through it. The smooth marked scatter will try to draw smooth lines connecting your points, and the straight marked scatter puts straight lines between your points. So we'll put the straight marked scatter. There we go. And you'll notice it looks very similar to what we got before using the line graph function. And again, you can click on Chart Layout and give it a title. And an axis title. For both the vertical and the horizontal axis. And there you go. You could also add data labels, which will tell you exactly what number is represented at each point. And you can put those data labels to the right, left, above, below, or right on the actual number, the actual data point itself. We'll see what happens when you put it above, and you can see that here is 36 cents, 49 cents, 86 cents, etc., etc. Then we can get rid of it as well. Next up is the bar chart, Jarvis's favorite animals according to views on YouTube in 2012. This, all you have to do is click on the chart wizard again, highlight your data, and choose bar or column chart. Column chart is vertically oriented and a bar chart is horizontally oriented. So let's try vertical. We'll click on column, choose a 3D cluster column, a cone, or a regular column. It's up to you. These are all very stylistic differences, nothing major at all. Cluster column right here. And look at that. Here's the series. The series is basically the nominal variable of the type of animal, kangaroo, penguin, honey badger, baby monkey, or a dog, and views on YouTube, the numerical variable. You can go ahead and get rid of that if you'd like. It seems really redundant. And then again, click on chart layout and you could add a title. And I feel like I can make that a little bit bigger, so I'll click on home and I'll make it size 14 just to see what happens. There you go. Jarvis's favorite animals, the honey badger, wins out today. Lastly, we'll be showing you how to create a pie chart. Pie charts are really good for showing proportional data. So all of this data here, the amount of time, the percentage of time spent preparing videos for class, you can see that this all adds up to 100. And I'm going to show you how individual aspects of the video preparation and editing process actually takes up time in my day. Again, click on the chart wizard and highlight your data, and then click on the pie chart. You can do a regular 2D pie, an exploded pie where the pieces are separated slightly, or make it a 3D pie and a 3D exploded pie. Let's have fun with that. 3D exploded pie, there we go. As always, you can expand the chart area to make it larger. And chart layout again, adding a title. And then we can also do a data label. Best fit, outside in, inside in, center. And we can make the data labels larger. You can also go ahead and move the individual pieces in the exploded chart if you, for some stylistic reason, wanted things to be popped out a little bit more, to show some separation, or just for some stylistic flair. This concludes our video on how to create a line, bar, and pie chart using Microsoft Excel's ribbon system. If you have any questions, please let us know, and I'll talk to you guys later.